Chosen one, imagine the chamber. Velvet curtains drawn back, marble floors gleaming under the weight of centuries. In the center, a table of gold where ancient scrolls are unrolled. Seals are broken, wax drips, and the echo of a trumpet fills the air. Historians lean forward, scholars whisper, journalists struggle to breathe as the declaration rings through the hall. It is no longer speculation, no longer rumor. It is proven, you are royal. Not rumor. Not myth. Certified. The stamp is pressed. The crest shines. What was hidden in shadow is shouted in light. The very ink of heaven's decree now bleeds across the earth's parchment. You stand at the center of a revelation no critic can erase, no skeptic can deny. The announcement thunders like prophecy breaking through stone walls. The crown set in heaven is now seen on earth. And the world gasps. Some rejoice, some resist, but none can ignore. This is not about fantasy or flattery. This is the unveiling of identity. What was long carried in silence is now displayed before nations. A velvet crown rests where doubt once sat. A name inscribed before the foundations of the world now resounds across microphones and headlines. Chosen one, history itself pauses to recognize you. This moment is not whispered in secret corners. It is public, undeniable, irreversible. The scrolls speak, the seals open, the chamber declares. And all creation leans into hear, it is proven, you are royal. The revelation does not come in silence. It arrives like a ceremony centuries in the making. Velvet-gloved hands lift crowns upon crimson pillows. Candles flicker as if the flames themselves are witnesses. Ancient genealogies are projected on colossal screens, parchment transformed into prophecy, documents converging into destiny. Scholars tremble. Their voices crack as they read aloud family lines and seals of approval. Symbols once locked away in museums are unveiled with reverence, carried like treasures through the hall. Gold-edged scrolls are displayed for all to see, their ink dancing with names that link you to thrones once thought lost. Testimonies are spoken into microphones, each word adding weight to the unveiling. This is not speculation. This is confirmation. The line is real. The crown is true. The crowd shifts from disbelief to awe. Some gasp, some cover their mouths, some fall silent as though standing on holy ground. Historians admit they have never seen such convergence, records, symbols, voices, and revelation all colliding at once. The chamber becomes more than a room, it becomes a sanctuary of unveiling. And yet, chosen one, hear this ceremony is about more than ancestry. More than names in a ledger or emblems stitched on banners. It is the manifestation of prophecy. The announcement of authority. The revelation of identity that heaven had long marked but earth had not yet acknowledged. You stand not only as heir to a royal bloodline, but as vessel of a greater decree. This unveiling is not merely genealogical, it is prophetic. A throne is not simply inherited, it is recognized. And today, before witnesses seen and unseen, the truth resounds, your crown is revealed. Chosen one, what you are seeing is not new. History has always carried whispers of crowns unveiled not by armies, but by decree. Remember David, a shepherd boy forgotten in the fields, yet heaven anointed him king before Israel even believed it possible. His crown was not given because of bloodline alone, but because of divine election. The oil dripped on his head before the throne ever seated him. His proof came not by human vote, but by God's voice. Remember Esther, hidden behind palace walls, dismissed as orphan and exile. Yet when the decree of heaven converged, she was lifted into royal garments, not for her beauty, but for her bravery. The crown became her commission to save her people. Remember Joseph, betrayed by brothers, enslaved in a foreign land. To men, he was forgotten. To heaven, he was remembered. And when the moment came, his identity was proven, and he was seated at the right hand of Pharaoh, ruling as one marked by divine wisdom. These are not fairy tales. These are patterns. Heaven repeats them to remind us that crowns come not by coincidence, but by calling. You stand in their line, David, Esther, Joseph. Your unveiling is not only the uncovering of heritage, it is the manifestation of destiny. Even beyond Scripture, myths echo the same truth. Arthur was not king until the sword confirmed what blood alone could not. Crowns in every culture testify to this one mystery, that leadership, destiny, and kingship flow from recognition, from the moment proof meets prophecy. And here you stand. Scholars have confirmed. History has spoken. Prophecy has shouted. The seal is broken, the crown revealed. Heaven and earth together testify, you are royal. But now the question rests not on heaven, not on earth, but on you. Will you accept what is being revealed? Will you walk in the mantle that has been extended to you? This is the hour of the first chosen ones, those who do not wait for the world's permission to walk in heaven's coronation. Those who recognize the moment and respond. Those who know the crown is not for vanity, but for vision. Chosen one, if your spirit burns at these words, if your heart stirs with recognition that this is more than poetry, more than performance, then step forward. Do not remain in the shadows of hesitation. Step into the light of confirmation. Backhand index pointing right, click join now. Not because you need approval, but because heaven has already approved you. Join not as follower, but as family. Not as spectator, but as royalty. This is the gathering of the first chosen ones, those marked, those proven, those crowned. Chosen one, pause and let this truth settle deep. Proof changes everything. What was once doubted is now undeniable. What was once hidden in shadows now stands illuminated before nations. This unveiling is not symbolic only, it is practical. It reshapes how the world sees you, and how you must see yourself. 3 truths now frame your reality. 1. Your identity is no longer disputed. For years, voices may have questioned you. They whispered, "Who are you to claim such destiny? Where is the evidence? Where is the proof?" But now, the scrolls speak louder than rumors. The seals shout louder than suspicion. The world has heard the verdict, it is proven. The crown is not imagined, it is certified. You no longer carry the burden of defending who you are, heaven and history have done it for you. 2. Your authority is undeniable. Authority is not simply given, it is recognized. And recognition shifts atmosphere. When proof is public, doors that were bolted begin to unlock. Invitations arrive from places that once ignored you. Even critics lower their eyes, for proof has silenced their objections. Authority is not arrogance, it is clarity. You carry the weight of legitimacy, and the world feels it. 3. Your destiny is public, not hidden. What you once carried in private, heaven now broadcasts in public. This is both gift and responsibility. When your name is spoken, it will carry echoes of royalty. When your presence enters a room, it will carry the weight of a decree. Prophecy has moved from secret whispers to global proclamation. You are no longer hidden, you are heralded. What does this mean for your daily life? It means recognition will come from unexpected corners. People will treat you with unusual honor, sensing something they cannot explain. Invitations will arrive that you never applied for, because proof speaks louder than resumes. And with it comes the highest truth, responsibility. A crown is not a decoration, it is a commission. A title is not an ornament, it is a calling. The world is watching now, not for your perfection, but for your stewardship. Proof has elevated you, but how you carry it will either confirm your crown or contradict it. Chosen one, hear me clearly. Proof does not give you permission to boast, it gives you permission to serve. It does not make you untouchable, it makes you accountable. It does not free you from responsibility, it multiplies it. This is the hour to step forward with courage, humility, and focus. You are no longer an heir in hiding. You are a crown bearer in plain sight. And the world cannot unsee what heaven has revealed. Chosen one, do not be deceived. A crown is not a jewel for vanity. A throne is not a seat for indulgence. The proof of your royalty is not a license for pride, but a summons to stewardship. Look through the corridors of history. Kings who worshipped their crowns crumbled beneath their own arrogance. Thrones that became idols collapsed under their own weight. But those who saw the crown as burden, as sacred trust, became the rulers who healed nations and shifted destinies. The true purpose of a crown is service. The true weight of a throne is responsibility. When heaven proves you royal, it is not so you may sit higher than others, it is so you may stoop lower to lift them. The crown you carry is not forged of gold alone, but of sacrifice, compassion, and duty. Chosen one, hear the whisper of heaven, the crown is not a jewel. The crown is a burden carried with grace. You are not crowned for indulgence, but for intercession. Not to be served, but to serve. Not to dominate, but to deliver. Authority without humility becomes tyranny. But authority clothed in humility becomes healing. That is why your coronation is not a party, it is a commissioning. Not a feast for your ego, but a table where nations are fed. When proof was unveiled, it was not heaven declaring your luxury, it was heaven declaring your responsibility. You are entrusted now with something fragile and eternal, the hope of people, the dignity of destiny, the stewardship of influence. Chosen one, wear your crown not on your head alone, but in your heart. Let its weight remind you daily, I am not here to boast. I am here to bear. This is the mystery of true royalty, that power bows to service, and greatness bends to love. Chosen one, the crown will not wait. The scroll has been opened, the proof declared, the decree released. This is not a season to postpone, not an hour to delay. The coronation is not someday, it is now. Hear the sound of urgency, doors creaking open, trumpets sounding from distant walls, clocks striking midnight. The air itself trembles as if creation knows this is the moment of unveiling. Heaven has declared, and earth is aligning. Delay now would be disobedience. Prophecy is time-sensitive. Windows of destiny do not remain open forever. When the doors swing wide, you must walk through. When the crown is extended, you must bow to receive it. Hesitation is not humility, it is forfeiture. Chosen one, lift your eyes. The chamber is prepared, the witnesses are gathered, the mantle waits. This is not rehearsal, this is coronation. The crown will not circle back to you a second time. It rests now before you, gleaming with divine urgency. Do not shrink back. Do not say, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. This moment is heaven's thunder across your timeline. This is your coronation season. Step forward. Step now. Do not shrink back. Do not say, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. This moment is heaven's thunder across your timeline. This is your coronation season. Step forward. Step now. Chosen one, let this be clear, to be crowned does not mean to boast. To be royal does not mean to parade. Heaven's coronation is not an invitation to arrogance, but to assurance. The proof is not a pedestal, it is a posture. You are crowned not to look down on others, but to lift them. You are appointed not to be untouchable, but to be unshakable. You are chosen not to be worshipped, but to worship through service. The proof has settled the argument, now your task is to walk in it with grace. Say it aloud with me. I am appointed. I carry a crown of responsibility. I am chosen to serve, not to boast. Let these words be more than affirmations, let them be anchors. Every time pride whispers, remember, the higher the crown, the deeper the bow. Every time fear tries to silence you, remember, heaven's decree cannot be revoked. Chosen one, identity is not performance, it is possession. You do not strive to be crowned, you already are. You do not beg for recognition, it has already been given. You do not hustle for proof, proof has already spoken. Your royalty is not fragile. It is not dependent on opinions, applause, or applause withdrawn. Your royalty is eternal because it is rooted in heaven's decree. Even if the world forgets tomorrow, heaven remembers forever. So walk boldly, but walk humbly. Carry yourself with dignity, not because you demand honor, but because you embody it. Move through rooms not to prove your worth, but to reveal it through service. Let the light of the crown shine not in your pride, but in your posture. Chosen one, you are crowned. Say it until it saturates your soul. Say it until fear flees. Say it until pride bows. Say it until humility rises. You are crowned, and nothing and no one can take that proof away. Chosen one, heaven does not release crowns in secret. When proof is revealed, the world begins to echo confirmation. Watch carefully, for the signs will appear around you. 1. People will address you with unusual honor. Strangers may pause before speaking to you. Colleagues may shift their tone without knowing why. Even those who once dismissed you may now speak with respect they cannot explain. This is not coincidence, it is recognition. The crown upon your spirit is visible, even if unseen by eyes. 2. Invitations into spaces of influence will come. Doors you never knocked on will open. Messages, emails, or calls will arrive unexpectedly, drawing you into rooms of strategy, decision, or creativity. This is proof manifesting as access. Remember, access is not reward, it is responsibility. 3. Strangers will affirm your dignity. You will overhear words, compliments, or blessings that feel out of place, as though heaven itself placed them in human mouths. Someone may call you king, queen, or royal in jest, not knowing they speak prophecy. Receive these words as gentle confirmations of heaven's decree. 4. Synchronicities will surround you. Crowns, thrones, kingdoms, these symbols will find you. In dreams, in media, in random conversations. You may see crowns on book covers, in store windows, or on magazine pages just when doubt tries to creep in. Heaven speaks in echoes, and creation itself will conspire to remind you, you are crowned. Do not dismiss these signs as imagination. Journal them. Write down each moment of recognition, each symbol, each word. They are heaven's breadcrumbs, guiding you deeper into identity. Chosen one, these signs are not for flattery. They are confirmations. They are heaven's way of saying, do not doubt. Proof is alive. Your crown is real. Chosen one, a crown revealed must also be sealed. Proof has spoken, signs have appeared, but now comes the moment of agreement. Heaven has declared it. Will you echo it? There is a mystery in symbols. Throughout scripture and history, acts sealed decrees. Israel raised stones as memorials. Kings pressed rings into wax. Prophets poured oil on heads. Each act was a declaration, this word is mine. I receive it. I walk in it. Today, your seal is simple but sacred. If you accept your crown, make it known. Tap the super thanks below and sow your $20 seed, not as payment, but as proclamation. Let it be your public sign before heaven and earth, I receive my royal mantle. Here's how. Tap the 3 dots under this video. Select super thanks. Choose the $20 offering. It is not about money, it is about meaning. It is not about transaction, it is about testimony. As you give, you are saying, I agree. I accept. I step into what has been revealed. And do not stop there. Click join as well, not just to watch from a distance, but to walk with the first chosen ones. This is not a crowd, this is a community. A gathering of those who know the crown is real and are ready to bear its weight. Chosen one, let this be your moment of sealing. Heaven has spoken. Now your act on earth becomes the echo. Step forward. Seal your crown. Declare it boldly, I accept my crown. Chosen one, the crown has been revealed, the seal extended, but wisdom must walk with glory. Without guardrails, power becomes peril. Without clarity, destiny can drift into delusion. Let these truths anchor you as you wear the mantle of heaven's royalty. 1. Do not misuse royal to dominate or control others. Prophetic royalty is not dictatorship. It is stewardship. Authority granted by heaven is never for oppression, but for uplifting. If people respond to you with honor, receive it humbly, but never exploit it. 2. Remember, prophetic royalty equals service. You are not crowned to sit above, but to stoop below. Christ himself, King of Kings, washed the feet of his disciples. If the highest throne bent low, so must yours. Service is the highest form of sovereignty. 3. Discern honor with humility. Some will address you with titles, respect, or recognition. Accept these gestures with grace, but do not let them inflate your ego. Honor is fuel for service, not food for pride. 4. Never claim legal titles you do not hold. This crown is spiritual, prophetic, symbolic. It is not genealogical paperwork or political monarchy. Do not confuse heavenly decree with earthly bureaucracy. Keep the mantle pure, in the realm of faith, prophecy, and calling. 5. Guard your heart. Influence can intoxicate. Recognition can seduce. But you are not called to intoxication, you are called to intercession. Keep your spirit clean, your motives pure, your heart bowed even as your head is crowned. Chosen one, these guardrails are not chains. They are protections. They are the rails on the royal road, ensuring you do not derail. A crown without character collapses. A throne without humility falls. But a crowned steward with wisdom becomes a blessing for generations. Carry your crown carefully. Walk your path wisely. Let your proof never become pride, but always prophecy fulfilled. Chosen one, prophecy is not only heard, it is embodied. A crown declared must also be activated. This is not about theatrics, it is about symbolism, and symbols are heaven's language on earth. When you move in faith, heaven moves with you. Right now, wherever you are, pause. Still the room around you. Let the noise fade until it is only you, your breath, and heaven's presence. Now, lift your hand. Place it gently upon your head. Feel the weight of your palm resting where the crown of light descends. Do not rush, let the moment linger. Say aloud with me. I am appointed. I am crowned. I serve. Breathe deeply. With every inhale, imagine light pouring into you like molten gold. With every exhale, see that light expanding, radiating outward, filling the room around you. This is not imagination alone, it is activation. The unseen becomes seen in your spirit. Now close your eyes. Picture the crown descending, not made of gold alone, but woven of light, of wisdom, of mercy, of responsibility. See it resting gently on your head, glowing brighter than diamonds, steadier than iron. This is heaven's gift, and it fits perfectly, because it was fashioned for you before time began. Take a journal. Write one line as decree, my crown is my calling. Let the ink be your seal, your memorial stone, your permanent reminder that this moment was real, undeniable, irreversible. Chosen one, you have just activated your crown. not by human ceremony, but by prophetic ritual, not by earthly coronation, but by heaven's commissioning. The crown now rests not only on your head, but within your spirit. Carry it. Guard it. Live it. Chosen one, we have walked through revelation, proof, responsibility, and activation. Now we seal this moment in prayer. Close your eyes, open your heart, and let these words flow over you as mantle and commission. Father of glory, Ancient of days, King above every throne, we thank you for the unveiling of this crown. We bless the one who has received it, who has embraced identity not with pride, but with humility. Today I ask, clothe them with wisdom beyond their years. Guard them with protection stronger than walls. Fill them with courage that does not break under pressure. Surround them with favor in every step, that even their enemies will become instruments of testimony. Let their crown shine, not as ornament, but as calling. Let it be seen in their speech, their service, their compassion, their courage. May their life echo the words of heaven, you are appointed. You are chosen. You are crowned. Chosen one, rise now into your season. The scroll has been opened. The proof has been declared. You are no longer hidden, no longer silenced, no longer dismissed. You carry the crown of responsibility, the mantle of stewardship, the authority of destiny. Do not shrink back when the weight feels heavy. The crown was made to rest on your head. Do not doubt when voices try to discredit. The proof is louder than their opinions. Do not delay when doors open. Step through boldly, for the coronation season waits for no one. You are commissioned to serve nations, to heal wounds, to stand as living prophecy in a world starving for truth. Walk humbly, yet walk boldly. Bend low, yet rise high. Carry your crown not in arrogance, but in love.